Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Lego Break. My name is Matthew, and before we get into today's episode, which is going to be on Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory Lego set, I would like to give a big thank you to everybody who has been viewing the station. This is my fourth video on YouTube. I started the station about a week and a half ago and it already has over 100 subscribers. So thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing to the station. Now we are going to do a review on Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And as you can see, I am not over in the studio today, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I am at home, and my lovely wife, Angelica, she got me this Lego set for Christmas. So it never made it over to the studio, so I went ahead and decided to just build it here at the kitchen table. Later on, we will be taking this set over to the Lego City, but first, I want to do a review on it so you can see what Willy Wonka is all about. The Willy Wonka set does contain 9 minifigures, and we will go over the minifigures right now. There's a look at them. On the left, we will start with the one over here. This is Grandpa Joe. We got Charlie Bucket, Willy Wonka himself, Veruca Salt, Violet Beauregard, Augustus Gloop, Mike Teavee, and of course the two Oompa Loompas. Now, I've seen this movie in theaters. My wife and I did about 3 years ago. It was called Wonka, or whenever it was that it came out. It was a good movie. Other than that, I don't know too much about the whole Willy Wonka story, but I do know a lot about these Oompa Loompa guys because my grandson, being 3 years old, he loves the song and keeps playing it over and over again. Okay, I've just kind of scattered the minifigures around the set there so we could finish our review of this set. This is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory Lego set number 21360. It was released back in September of 2025, so just a few months ago, and it contains 2,025 pieces. The initial build of it was a little bit difficult at times. I messed up on the chocolate part here of the waterfall, and I made a couple other of errors as well while I was building it. But other than that, it went smoothly. It's very colorful, got a lot of floral designs. I love these little candy cane pieces. I have never seen them before in any Lego set that I own, but I don't know if they are in other Lego sets. It's got so many colors and detail to it, and of course the main feature of the set is the chocolate waterfall right here. And in just a minute, I will turn the set around and you can see the functionality of it back there. It also comes with a little boat that comes out like this. And it's got a bridge. And I placed Willy Wonka right on top of it. All right, let's turn the set around now. And here's how you move the waterfall. So there's a little lever here. Of course, it'll go backwards as well. And on the inside, there's like a little office space, I want to say. And there's a view of that. And here's a view of the back of the Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory. I just wanted to briefly show you the part that I messed up on. It was in bag 9. I went ahead and put all these black pieces together, put all those red pins in the black pieces, put the brown pieces on, got the whole waterfall together, and realized that I omitted these gray pieces right here that go on top of the black pieces, and then the pin holds them together. So when I got to the waterfall, it didn't exactly turn the way it was supposed to turn there. Let me just turn it one more time for you because that's the best feature of this whole set there. Also, I did have one other error building it, and this is my fault as well. There's a little black clamp piece that's holding this little flag on. I put it upside down, and I had to go back and pull that out and put it up the right way. We were just talking about all the errors that I made with this set, and check this out. Look at all these extra pieces that are left over that came out of each of the 16 bags that assembled this whole set. And then it makes me think, did I make any more errors building this? But kind of checking it out. I think we're okay. Everything looks correct over here. The waterfall's working, so that's the important part. All right, so now we are going to take a journey from my home over to the Lego studio, because we have to transport this set from here to there, and it is kind of fragile in spots. We do have these trees sticking out on the side, and some of these lamp posts, and of course the boat's sitting here. So let's hope I can get it over there in one piece. Then we will find out if we will be placing this in the Lego city. All right, here we go. We got to transport this thing over to the Lego studio here without getting it where it's going to fall apart. All right, easily, steady, out to the van. Here we go. I almost hit it with the door there on the way out, so I'll go backwards here to make it a little more dangerous. Are we going to make it safely? And we did. There it is. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I put this in the wrong vehicle earlier. Oh, we already had a tree break off here. I'll come back and get that. But now I got to move it over to the truck. I hope this does not break. More handling of the Legos. I'd like to give a big shout out to my niece Esmeralda for filming me carrying the Willy Wonka set out to the van. Thank you so much for that. I'm on my way to the Lego studio, and as you can see, we are in the mountains. That is because I live in the El Paso, Texas metropolitan area, and the Franklin Mountains run right down through the middle of the city. So I have to go over these mountains to get to the other side of town to get to the Lego studio. I hope you enjoy the beautiful scenery that El Paso has to offer. We have arrived to the Lego studio, and now to get this into the inside of the building without anything breaking. And here we go. All right, inside the building. Here's the Lego city as we walk past. Let's keep our eyes on the Willy Wonka set. And I'm gonna set it right here. And we'll just turn it so we can see it displayed over here. And now to answer the question, will it go into the Lego city? Yes, it will. It's gonna go near the residential area on this side, and the reason I'm going to set it here because these two areas over here, this will be the last parts of the city that I'm going to develop, so it can stay here for now in the short term, but eventually in the long term it will go over to a Lego display shelf, which you can see I got started on some of them right over here. And I'm going to eventually clean off these next couple of shelves, and we'll have more displays of Lego. As you can see, I already got a birthday cake, the lighthouse that we built in the previous video, the White House architecture set, got a NASA set, some Christmas stuff, and the Friends set. And with all this talk about Willy Wonka and the chocolate factory and chocolate making equipment, it's made me a little bit hungry. So I've been kind of craving some chocolate ever since we started this episode. That's where it is right there. My name is Matthew. Thank you for joining us here on another edition of Lego Break. Please like and subscribe to the station, and we'll see you next time.